It was inevitable. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. The Sabres left for their first extended road trip on the West Coast after starting their season in an incredibly positive way, going 4-1-1 in their first 6 games, something I don't think anybody believed that they would do. And they started by going out and playing the Anaheim Ducks, and somehow they managed to escape this game with a win, despite being outshot 37-29, and the Ducks were buzzing, just buzzing all game long. It looked like the Sabres were just a step behind for a majority of this game, and it was 40-year-old Craig Anderson who again stood on his head and gave the Sabres an opportunity to win this game. He stopped 34 of 37 shots with a .919 save percentage and a tremendous play in overtime, which I will show you, by Victor Olofsson when he absolutely walked Trevor Zegras going in on goal, and then the fantastic presence and frame of mind and vision to be able to find Rasmus Asplund on the back door for an easy slam dunk tap-in goal. And that ended up giving the Buffalo Sabres a win in Anaheim in overtime, and an excellent way to start their road trip. Now, you think the Sabres are 5-1-1. They're coming into this game against an opponent who has been struggling of late with the LA Kings. And unfortunately, the next 2 games just didn't really go the way the Sabres wanted, as in the LA Kings game, they gave up a 2-goal lead and ended up losing that game 3-2. And, you know, they ended up losing badly against the San Jose Sharks 5-3. It really wasn't even as close for a lot of the game, I don't think, as the score suggested. This was the first really, really bad game for the Sabres goaltending, as they weren't really able to come up with the big saves when it was needed in this game for Craig Anderson. However, the Sabres are still 5-3-1, despite starting the season 5-1-1. They have lost 2 straight, and when they play coming up, we will really get a chance to see how they will respond to starting the season starting the going on a 2-game losing streak for the first time in this season. We're going to see how Don Granato coaches up the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to get an opportunity to see if they can face a little adversity and come back from it, or if they're going to start clutching their sticks like they have in the past and really blow this fantastic start that they were able to accumulate early on in this season. Again, the Sabres in these last 3 games, they were outshot 98-78, and it seemed like some of their old habits, their bad habits, were starting to creep in a little bit in a couple of these games. The Sabres' passes were not crisp. They were not moving their feet. They looked a little lackadaisical, and they just don't have the talent to be able to take any night off, any shift off, any second off, and expect to continue to win games in the NHL. Now, some positives to take away so far from these games is that Victor Olofsson is really starting to shine and prove to everyone that he is far more than just a playoff specialist, more than capable of continuing his offensive production 5-on-5, and more than just a guy who can blast one-timers from the top of the circle. As he has 3 points in the last 2 games. He didn't play the last game. A goal and 2 assists, and he is currently leading the team with 9 points in 8 games. Another positive to take away is that despite the last game that the Sabres played, goaltending has still been a fantastic surprise for the Buffalo Sabres, and it has kept them in a majority of the games this season when they haven't been playing their top level of hockey, and giving them an opportunity every single night to win games. Something you are going to need to continue moving forward with the lack of talent on this team if you are going to continue to win some of these games. Another positive coming out of this is Rasmus Asplund over the last few games is starting to emerge as a consistent and dangerous scorer with 5 points in his last 4 games. He now has 7 points in 9 games. He is second overall on the team, and he is really starting to show that he belongs in the NHL. Along with some of these other younger guys, this is a fantastic sign for the Buffalo Sabres. Some negative things to take away so far is that the Sabres seem to be letting a little doubt creep into their game, something that you didn't see the first few weeks of the season. They seem like they're clutching their sticks a little tighter, sometimes afraid to be maybe making that mistake that, they weren't afraid to make, and that is causing them to hesitate that extra split second that they weren't hesitating early in the season, causing turnovers and getting trapped in their own zone for long stretches of time. Another negative that you can take away from this is the Sabres are getting outshot by 20 shots on goal over the last 3 games, and they're not dominating the puck possession as they once did. Again, early in the season, we're starting to see the Sabres almost pull back a little bit as they move forward into the season, and that cannot happen if they want to continue to win games. Now, as I stated, it is very clear to me that the Sabres must go back to their heavy forecheck, attacking, straight-ahead style of play if they want to continue the success that they have had so far in this season. And the Buffalo Sabres really need to find their game again. They get an opportunity coming up here, of course, playing very, very soon. And, they have surprised us all. However, they have fallen back down to earth a little bit in recent weeks. And I want them to get back to the style of play that they finished last season and started this season under Don Granato. That's going to do it for this episode, folks. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you guys like what you're hearing so you guys never miss a video. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic week.